Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another game of Skytear. I am your host, the Commander, reporting here for duty. Joining me is the person who fakes out and dodges insults by pretending he can't hear them, Ryan.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Exactly. Great. We're already off to a good start here. So, for those of us who watched the previous game, we did see the play-in match between Timbunn and Bearcat. Spoiler alert, as you can see from this game, Timbunn was the victor and is the green player. He will now be playing Eric, who is our blue player, for the top 8 of the American Regional Playoffs. Before the game we started, we did flip the coin. Eric did win the coin toss here and elected to go second. So we figured that pretty much is the case, as I can't remember a time that Eric has ever liked to go first. And the draft is already fairly well underway. We see Tim bringing Nelliclin onto the field and Eric responding with Brilvar and Freyhill.
Yeah, I played Eric in round one, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go first or second, so I decided to go second because I know he likes to go second, so I figured if I don't know what to do, better just mess with my opponent.
Indeed. Yeah, honestly, against Eric, it might be worth making him go first just because he hates it so much. So we do see the rest of the draft.
That bitch said he won.
Yeah, that's fair. So we did see the rest of the draft there. Tim brought out Yami and Hokusai as his heroes, and then bringing Zakol in for the reserve. Eric bringing in Korhoff, interestingly enough, and Shillavi in reserve. The outsiders, it looks like we have Dark Vigilante for Tim and Terror of the Endless Night for Eric. Our objectives this game, double kill and the Tamer. So, more violence, more violence, more violence.
Any predictions on how this game will end?
In violence. with this game, it's hard to say. I mean, both players are bringing a mage for some piercing damage to counter the other one's tank. But given that Eric has Freyhill, and Freyhill is just the mage tank DPS supporting healer, I'm going to give the edge to Eric. I'm going to say he will go for... I'm going to say he's going to go for the Tamer on by turn 3.
I'm going to say Eric wins with Nexus Destruction.
Eric with Nexus Destruction. All right, so both of us are voting for Eric, but with different objectives. Nexus Destruction I can fully see, given that this particular deck has a lot of cards that could be used to help push the lane with the heroes that he's chosen. So we'll see how this one plays out.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, I played against him in round 1, and he brought very similar heroes, and I figured, this is rather killy for Eric.
Yes.
And then he proceeded to knock down my Nexus.
To be fair, he did kill something. He just killed your Nexus. Although, can you kill a thing that's not a living being? Let's have a philosophy discussion while our players mulligan. We did see the Wind Blast and the Migraine, or the Nightmares Incarnate, be mulliganed there. For Eric, nope, time is over. So Tim will be on the left side of your screen, Eric on the right, and we see that Hokusai going to start off by taking command of the center position and immediately casting his worship action, Purifying Flame, and dealing 3 damage to both.
I think you can kill things that aren't living. For example, you can kill a conversation. I do it all the time.
As evidenced right there. Perfect. And now we see Hokusai finishing off the last there with an attack action to kill a minion. Now, last round, we did see that Tim opted to lead from the deck whenever he had this position, but this round it seems that he's opting to leave an opening here. Brilvar may then go up next to Hokusai, taunt him to at least waste 1 action next turn, or he may end up skirting Freyhill next to him for reasons that I can't fathom why you would bring Freyhill up that high whenever you've got Yami and Nelliclin. Okay, so we are going to see Brilvar into the dome.
Yeah, probably is aware of how strong the Dark Vigilante can be for Tim and just wants to make sure he doesn't get that.
Yes. So with this opening play here, if he leads with a 3 then, Eric can ensure that he gets control of Dome number 2, unless Tim creates a wall that prevents the 3rd hero, in which case he could force a tie. We do see the worship action then being taken, Brilvar shapeshifting himself and taking advantage of Freyhill's ability, Queen of Life, to heal himself back to full. Whenever a friendly hero gets shapeshifted, they get to have 1 plus the flip added back to their HP bar. We did see the flip was a +3, so 4 HP heals, removing all the damage that Hokusai did do.
And that was a Dance of the Predator on the flip there. So
yes.
We won't be seeing Shilly's ultimate, at least until there's a deck shuffle.
Indeed. Now, Yami has to go, and Tim's deck here, I did not see any type of fast coming out, so if Yami wants to go and run through minions, it would require first a skirmish. Actually, no, with this one, I don't think you can, even with a skirmish and a move. Yeah, so Yami's just going to go and contest Dome number 3, it looks like, bringing out the Terror of the Endless Night. I assume her final action should be a lead from the hand. Yeah, lead from the hand. Otherwise, this could get a little bit dicey if if Eric sends both of his heroes into Dome number 3. For a game that is loaded with heroes that do damage, not seeing a whole lot of damage yet. We did see a fairly explosive start from Hokusai to start the round, but then it's kind of tapered off a little bit.
Yeah, similar thing that actually happened in a lot of my games today, where I was bringing some, especially on the main. I guess it was only 2 Ashen Pass games for me, but that same thing kind of happened. Like even when we were going for all the kill stuff, the first round was mostly just setting up for the kills on round 2.
Yeah, it's oftentimes hard to get a kill round 1. Just because you just don't have access to as much utility, plus you have to get your heroes to move into position. But turn 2, with the right cards, the right heroes, killing is very, very easy. All right, so it looks like Freyhill's going.
I don't think I got any kills against Eric though, because he made me defend my Nexus.
Got to get that Dragon Punch out. Although you run Blue Squad, so you wouldn't really be able to play a Dragon Punch.
Yeah, hard. I mean, I could play it in my deck, but I would have a hard time casting it.
It's true. And really, Dragon Punch isn't that great unless you're using it to play it as a card. It's got a +0 modifier, so it doesn't do too much. All right, we do see Freyhill, though. Looks like, maybe not. Freyhill having second thoughts, deciding whether or not she wants to go and contest against Yami, deciding to commit to it. No damage, though, as Yami does have an armor, +1 on the skirmish. Freyhill is not shapeshifted, so she does not deal piercing right now.
Yeah, really putting an emphasis on the domes this game.
Oh, yeah. And a lead from the hand. So right now, that dome is presumably tied. We did see Tim do an excellent bluff last round. I wonder if Eric thinks that he might be doing that this time. Okay, so Neliklin's going in to this dome over here. So with this state of the board, +1 on the flip there, so Neliklin does deal piercing damage, so Freyhill down to 15. With this state of the board, Korhoff could move, attack a minion, and then skirmish into the dome and potentially tie it.
Yeah. I think at the very least a worship on Freyhill would be useful.
Yeah. Getting Freyhill that...
Probably use that healing.
That healing. Yeah, when she's down to 9 HP after the final attack there from Neliklin, she's going to... Okay, so it looks like we're going to abandon that point. We're just going to go straight for damaging Neliklin there. So skirmish, flip against Neliklin. +0, though, on the flip. No damage. Even though Korhoff does piercing, it doesn't help whenever you don't have any damage to deal piercing with. Here's the worship like you call it. Going to heal her up. +1, so 2 HP back. Still useful.
Still on the high numbers.
Yep. Back to double digits, and I assume an attack action against Nelly or Yami? Probably Nelly, because Nelly's easier to kill here. Yep, there's the attack action. And a +0 again on the flip. All right, still 3 damage, though, to Neliklin, brings him down to 11 as well. All right, so Tim will get control of... and a Nourish out of Freyhill. Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Makes sense. We're at the end of the round.
Helicopter flies over.
It's true. Aerial support team. Do they have helicopters in Olantar? I'm pretty sure they don't.
No, I wouldn't think so.
I'm now
Probably uses up too much Skytear energy.
I'm now just envisioning a raid where you just drop the minions and all of a sudden you just have a swarm of minions as they come flying out of the copter. Anyways, so in this case, we're going to resolve lane number 1. So Tim did win that 4-2 there. Both of the remaining minions for Eric die. None of Tim's minions will move as they're still within 3 of the control zone. Respawn more minions. And so now Eric has a fairly strong pressure coming against him from Tim in the lane. Going to need to respond to that.
Yeah, not a great start for my Eric Nexus destruction prediction.
Indeed. I mean, to be fair, you got it half right.
He can always push it back.
Yep. All right, so we did see Yami led with a 3 there. And a 3 as well from Eric, so that is going to be a 5-5 tie in Dome 3. So the only hero that comes out, or excuse me, the only outsider that comes out is the Dark Vigilante. So Dark Vigilante, as you can see, must spawn adjacent to a tower or a nexus, and augments his skirmish actions through the use of Sever, Skewer, and Slash. Sever gives him +1 skirmish damage, and then gets to take a skirmish action. Skewer gives the Dark Vigilante piercing and then takes a skirmish action. And Slash means that skirmishes may damage enemy minions and then take a skirmish action. Now, of course, the key point that everyone wants to remember is that Skewer does piercing damage for all 3. This looks like a move action, though. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, I was expecting to see to see a couple of minions, just to see him blow up with 3 minions.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't use the minion skewer action and then move with the +1 and then finish with the attack, since that would have been the same net damage there to Nelly, because you wouldn't be able to hit him the first action anyways, but oh well. Nelliclin down to 6 damage.
I'm not sure what... I mean, even if, like, doing it that way, he got move, attack, skirmish, so he only got the... I mean, he only got 1... Well, I guess he went up again if he was getting Nelliclin. I guess getting the +1 and the thing didn't matter. I'm not sure why that position is... I guess it isn't worse.
I assume that position is just to make it difficult to move around.
Except, who does it make it difficult for?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, Yami doesn't care.
No, Yami would just teleport. Yeah, I don't know.
I really thought he was going to go for the minions, but through what you were saying, kill a minion on the way there, at the very least.
Yeah, that would have been a little bit more efficient, especially given that Eric is, as we mentioned, under a fair amount of pressure here in the lane, 5-2 minions plus the heroes there. So Tim may just go for, kind of an all-in Nexus overload play here. You can easily get rid of those 2 minions, lead with a 3 perhaps, and then just blow Eric's tower up.
I guess the reasoning there is now Nelliclin can't get in range of the control token with a skirmish, so he needs to move.
That might be it. Yeah, that could possibly be the case. That's probably the best thing that I could see.
Which I guess is reasonable.
Yeah.
Skirmish does some damage. If you make him move, then he's not skirmishing, not doing the damage.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna get disconnected.
Oh, here we go again. 3 things are certain in life: death, taxes, and your inability to hold a connection during a Skytear game. Oh well. All right, so Tim is going to go ahead and attack. Looks like Nelliclin is going to activate first, wants to get that Nelliclin activation. Eric is pinging a bunch of hexes for some reason. I'm not certain why.
I would love to help you.
It was a snowblind. I'm sorry. A snowblind came out. It just didn't flash up on the screen. So Freyhill did respond with a snowblind, applying disarm to both Nelliclin and Yami as a result. And so only takes 3 damage from Nelliclin's attack. So now going to go ahead and... Okay, so Nelliclin is now going to respond with a skirmish, +3 on the skirmish action. That is, of course, only going to do 2 damage because disarm halves damage from both the attack action and the skirmish damage. So that prevented a fair amount of damage, actually, to Freyhill there. She would be down, I believe, to 6 HP. Instead, she is at 9 as a result of that disarm. So, Now Nelliclin is going to move to get in line of sight of the control token, it looks like. Into the cover hex, however. So, nope, not in the cover hex. Right adjacent to the control point. Is he going to play a card on an adjacent minion before he dies? Nope. Going to pass the turn right there. Interesting position that you didn't drop yourself in a cover hex and force Eric's card or hero to be in the other cover hex in order to destroy Nelliclin, but I guess they have to come out of the dome anyways in order to do anything. Go ahead, I think scrolling just.
I'm gonna go move this round marker to 2.
Yep. We thank you for your great contributions, sir.
Thank you. I have to help somehow.
It's true. All right, so it looks like Korjov is going to activate. Korjov? I never know. Is the J silent? I've heard people pronounce it both ways.
I say Korjov. I've heard people say Korhoff.
All right, I'm just going to call him Birdman because that doesn't have pronunciation issues.
Yeah, Rafa calls him Chicken.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we do see Birdman /Chicken /Korjov /Korhoff going for the skirmish action, then the attack action on Nelliclin, so that was a +1 on the skirmish. And Nelliclin is down to 1 HP once again. History oft repeats itself. Does Eric have a card, or is he going to leave him there and set him up for either a tamer kill point or a double kill?
Considering Nelliclin is already activated, I kind of like just leaving him there.
Okay. The trade-off, of course, would be that...
Yeah, but you lose the control. Right. Nelliclin would lose the control there.
Yes. Although, as we saw
but
last
he's also
game...
only
Go ahead.
He's only contributing 1, though.
He is, but that could be the difference between a tower at 1 HP and a dead tower. So let's see what happens. It looks like Tim is thinking about Yami, perhaps. We'll see who's going to activate once the circle appears on her. Yep, Yami is going to activate. So, unfortunately, Yami still can't walk through any minions from her position unless she worships first. So, that looks to be what we're going to do here.
What's going to happen?
Yep. Going to worship onto Korhoff, flip herself over into that cover hex. +2 on the flip there, so that's going to be 3 damage to Korjov, bringing him down to 11 HP. Now you can easily walk through a minion and attack the other. Yami is going to play Clear Mind. Okay, so no, we're going to go and try to bring down Korjov. This is going to remove the disarm effect from Yami and give her a +1 attack.
You know, I was just thinking, the Leothan heroes are based off of Norse.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
I believe Norse often, not always, but oftentimes uses a J that sounds more like a Y, so it could be Koryoff.
If only we had an audio file where a friend of the community pronounced all of them for us. That would be a wonderful thing if we had that.
A friend of community, if you mean one of the members of PvP Geeks, then correct.
I mean, wouldn't you make the argument that the members of the business are members of the community and friends of the community? I can't think of a time when a dev was an enemy of the community.
But yes. I would say that they're still friends of the community, but I think also mentioning that they are part of PvP Geeks is worth noting.
See, that's your problem. You focus too much on the details. That's not important here.
That's my problem? That's my problem.
I mean, one of them. We don't have time, and the viewers don't want to sit here and listen to me go on for the rest of this game and then some about all of your problems. We just don't have time for that.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so...
Anyway, so after the attack on...
Looks like a skirmish action?
Korhoff, whatever, we then... I believe that was a move and stepped over a minion, and then I think we're trying to figure out if there's a response here to the... stepping over the minion?
Yeah. Looks to be the case. He just did not click the move action. That's why it looked like I thought it was a skirmish. So, although, would you not have to make a response before the move action occurs? Or
the Yami effect does go on the spot.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, yeah. So that's a good point. That might be the case. Tim might have wanted
maybe he picked it up to move it, and then Tim was like, wait, I might have a
Well,
what?
Doesn't look like it. I think it was a skirmish action, actually. Because looking at Korjov HP...
okay, yeah. Yeah, that was probably... Yeah, I think that was a skirmish. Yep, yeah. That would make more sense.
Come on, Tim. We gave you action buttons for a reason, man. You're killing us. I mean, I guess we could also just pay attention to the game, too. That would be, something as well.
Yeah.
Although it is, I will tell you.
We have,
Go ahead.
but we have to discuss pronunciations and what people's actual how people want to be referred to as.
That's fair. As this is, lore is important here.
Exactly.
Especially given that Yami and Korjov have a lore. All right, we're not going down that tunnel hole. All right, moving on to Eric's turn here. Eric now gets to activate between Freyhill and Brilvar. Nelliclin is sitting at a juicy 1 HP. Hogasai is at 14. Yami is at 18. So Nelliclin is primed and ready for the Tamer kill or the double kill. I think maybe you use Freyhill since she is shapeshifted to start working down Hogasai.
That would make sense.
Because
the other option is to start working down one of the outsiders.
Also true. Yeah. Well, only one really, because the bear is not on the field yet. Yeah, you could start dropping the Dark Vigilante down, but Dark Vigilante's at 19 HP, which means he has even more than Yami. So if you were going to focus a hero down, you might want to go for Yami more so.
Yeah, I would agree. I just want to mention the option.
Sure. I believe me. Listen, I am all about watching outsiders get killed. Ever since we changed it so that we can attack and kill them even without hunting for power being on the board, I am all aboard killing the outsiders. I think it's an awesome interaction. I love it.
I played a casual game against C-Dubs yesterday where I was going after... I had 2 kills on Onslaught, and I was going after the 3rd kill on Onslaught, and he sinkholed my Goldbjorn away from all of his heroes, and the only hero in the area was a terror. And so I used Rampant Hatred, Skirmish, Strength over Pain, 2 attacks on the terror, and got him down to 1.
Oh, the 1 HP. Oh, the 1 HP. That's the feels bad man moment.
It was the only play I had at that point. It was a great game, though.
Which does raise the question, what feels worse? Having an enemy be at 1 HP and then flipping an ultimate or your psychic shield for the extreme overkill, or leaving them with 1 HP? I feel like leaving them with 1 HP because at the end of the day, you still have a dead hero. So we'll change that. What feels worse? Flipping a +3 on a minion attack, or the 1 HP at the result?
The 1 HP result.
1 HP result. I figured as much. I felt like that was kind of a no-brainer, but just in case, you might have had some thoughts on that one. All right, so we're going to go ahead. Freyhill's going to activate. Freyhill is going to go and skirmish. Not Korjov. Nelliclin is going to die, so not going to go for that Tamer or for that double kill potential. Eric just says, I want your heroes off the board.
Yeah, I guess that's reasonable, and Nelliclin can be troublesome.
Indeed. All right, so Zakol will come on the field. Now, interestingly enough, do we see a callback to last game? Last game, Tim did have a Rampant Hatred turn 2, popped the Flux, and then used the Rampant Hatred. So even though Zakol was not able to influence the control token, he was able to influence the Rampant Hatred. And with those positionings, Hokusai could very easily get a double kill right now. Korjov would probably die to the Rampant Hatred effect, assuming that Eric doesn't have a Psychic Shield. And then Freyhill probably dies to Skirmish Attack Worship with only 9 HP if Eric does not have another Nourish. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and attack Hokusai, dealing 3 damage to him, piercing, as Freyhill is shapeshifted. So we'll see how this ends up. One final action, and the Worship action. So, do you shapeshift Korjov, or do you shapeshift Freyhill in this case? Who is going to get the shapeshift?
Considering Freyhill is already shapeshifted, I'm going to go with Korjov.
Okay. Well, as it is the end of her activation, she might re-shapeshift. But that would at least make it a little bit harder for Tim to kill with a single ability.
Yeah, that is true. If there's doing the exhaust first, I guess. I didn't see that she was technically he should have to exhaust as part of the cost. Then so yeah.
Okay, well, regardless,
so if the exhaust did happen first, then yes, that does make sense, and I would agree with that play.
Okay, so there we go. We have 1 heal there from the Queen of Life, bringing her up to double digits. Still puts her in range of a Rampant Hatred kill, though, I think. As Tim's deck is designed for violence, which is one of the reasons why I love it. And if we see... Oh, bring that cursor over that flux, Tim. Do it. Show me Rampant. Do it.
Show me the money. I guess it's the other reason to get rid of Nelliclin too, because it means there's one less hero over. Oh, I guess the Cole is also within 3 hexes, so never mind.
Okay, so Hokusai is going to worship, or are we just going to try to blow up Kordjoff right here? +2, so that's going to deal 3 damage. Nope, 3 damage to Freyhill, and Hokusai brings 1 to 7, 1 to 8.
Looks like he's setting up for double kill.
Yes. Is he going to go for another Supernova play? Although Hokusai is not likely going to survive till turn 3. No, he might. Only Brilvar has to activate, so... We might just see another Supernova play, which would actually be hilarious if Tim wins back-to-back games with double kill Supernova. Nope, here it comes. Rampant Hatred. All right. Oh, baby. Does Tim have any... problems against? Nope. Doesn't look like we have any responses. Of course, Eric is playing mono blue, which means Doom is not a thing here. So Hokusai now gets... I'm sorry?
We could see a Snowblind or something.
Possibly.
Nope. Looks like nothing there.
Yeah, well,
no Nourish or anything? You got nothing here, Eric? You have 6 cards in hand.
Nope. +2 on the flip. Deals 5 damage to Kordjoff. That is 1 down. Does Freyhill survive? My guess is maybe.
I would not have moved Hokusai 1 more hex there, because that does open him up to a through the eyes here. I would have done part of the next skirmish.
That's fair. Well, no, it doesn't, because Freyhill's out of mana.
Oh,
so she
you are correct.
Yeah, so she can't do that anyway.
You do need mana to use cards that require mana.
It's true. All right, so now we go ahead and we see the attack. Now, because she is marked, Freyhill does have 0 armor. She is not within 3 of Brilvar, and this is going to be a double kill because there is still an attack or a skirmish action, which is a +3, and there are no -1s, and even if there were, it still doesn't matter, which means this is a double kill victory for Tim.
Unless there's any cards in hand that you're going to use here?
I guess Shillavi could use a Snowblind at that point, but doesn't look like it. There's the +3. That's the second kill of the round. And Tim's victory by double kill. So let's go ahead and pop in and talk to the players.
Wow, that was exciting.
Slam for an extra 2 damage.
I
also had double shield slam and a granite skin. all of the
wow.
Jeesh.
And
3 shield slams.
I drew these 2 off of the kill.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
But
yeah. If you used Charm earlier, you totally have used it on Yami. Oh no, you used Clear Mind. You're fine. Yeah. So,
Tim, first of all, congratulations, and we're sorry. Both Ryan and I predicted that Eric would win. I called it via Tamer, and Ryan went with Nexus Destruction. So we apologize for not having faith in you.
it's fine. I didn't have faith in me either. So.
Well, at least we're all on the same page there.
But this was a great game to watch.
Eric, did you have faith in him?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you have faith in him?
Oh, I know Tim can do it. Tim's deck is brutal.
Yeah, this was...
Oh, there we go. So one of us had faith in you.
Yeah, double kill is always the scariest one to go for, obviously, for every reason.
Yes.
So having 2 of those in a row has been fun.
I was wondering if you were setting up for another turn 3 Supernova or if you had the Rampant Hatred in hand. I was like, if he has another Supernova double kill, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I was hoping he didn't have any heal cards in hand that he could just play.
Yeah, I was expecting some.
Well, I mean, I have a sacrifice in hand right now, but I'm out of mana on Frail since she did the disarms.
Right. But like if you had like a Nourish or 2.
Oh, before Koroff died. Yeah.
Well, now that Shilavi's in play
as
well.
That's true.
What did you have, if you don't mind showing? If you don't want to, that's also
So I had 3 drops, and then I drew the sacrifice and the strength of the pack.
Oh yeah, none of that was gonna help you there.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I move Brilvar in, then I have sacrifice online, but I didn't know I was going to draw it, right? Because I hadn't killed Nalaklan yet.
Right.
So
Right.
my problem with that one is then Hokusai runs it to the dome and could get 1 or maybe 2 tamer kills, right? Because I can't get Frail across the map to that side.
Right.
I mean, I debated just leaving Frail in here to make sure that I got both the domes, and I was like, does he just push the middle then? I don't know.
So if you left Frail in there, I think I can still get the double kill. Because I just skirmish to here and kill Korjaf. I mark you through the dome. I skirmish in and then attack. Same thing.
Yep. And my heal's the same. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you could have maybe waited to use the Snowblind and use it with like Korjaf or something with the Rampant Hatred in, but you also didn't know that was coming either, and I think when you used it made sense as well.
So I guess the play then is Brilvar out and taunt. I mean, I debated that briefly to reduce the actions he can do.
Yeah.
Brilvar out, taunt and lead.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hard game, you have to make decisions off of incomplete information.
I mean, I took a long time on that thing because there were an awful lot of things, like, because each dome and the middle was in contention, like double kill was possibly on the table. I wasn't that worried about double kill, which obviously was my problem here, right? Because I didn't realize, I mean, all he needed was the Clear Mind and Rampant Hatred to get there. But I was like, okay, I'm going to heal Frail. She'll be up enough. If he wants to kill Koroff, great. Because what I was worried was he's going to hurt Frail, and then next turn, like he did last game, round 3, he'd be able to easily kill them both, right? So I was more worried about him setting up and doing it in round 3 than you doing it in round 2.
Yeah, and if you like move into the middle with Brilvar and Taunt, then I think I do wait another round.
Yep.
Especially with my 3 shield slams and imperviouses.
Jesus. That is painful. That's like, what, 12 damage?
With Hokusai it is if I have 4 mana.
If he has the flux.
Someone else can use the impervious on
That's
Hokusai.
That's fair.
Yeah, like Zakol could have supported you or something. Which would have been awesome.
That would have been cool to see, but you had to win before then.
Yep, that was a good game, Eric. That was fun.
Yeah, that was very, very well played by both of you. Both of you, congrats for making the top cuts.
If Korjaf does 1 more damage to Nalaklan and kills, I draw the Strength of the Pack and cast it on Hokusai. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Puts him down to 2.
1.
Oh, 1. Yeah, he's at 8.
Well,
that was,
did you take the damage from the flip you just did?
I did.
Yeah, okay. So he would have been a little bit higher.
Okay.
You were at 11
I
then?
think it was at 11, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
if you didn't use the Snowblind too, then you also would have had the sacrifice there. Oh no, never mind, because you used the Strength of the Pack. Never mind.
Yeah, also I would have taken like 4 more damage from Nalaklan if I didn't use the thing, so I'd be in...
Right.
Yeah. And if I had been smart there at the end, I could have done Impervious Shield Slam with Nalaklan before he died to do 2 more damage to Frail. To get her...
That's fair.
To make me have to flip less.
Right.
I just completely was like, yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, wait, no. Oops.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think of using a shield slam with Nalaklan very often.
It's true.
No. The thing, like, I thought about, like, whenever Eric was taking his turn, like, 100 different options, and that was one of them. And then whenever he started playing, I was like, oh yeah, none of those. It's fine.
Yeah, no, this was.
Well, you couldn't have used it against Frail, right? Because she was in the dome at the time. She declared the skirmish, so you could do it against.
Korjaf.
Korjaf, yeah. Which ended up not helping you because you killed on the first Rampant Hatred.
Sure, but then I can use both Rampant Hatreds on Frail and then attack Korjaf.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Yeah.
It changes the math.
Sure.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's not like a huge mistake, but it's just like a... Oh.
Yep. I could have done that.
There's no reason not to. No reason not to, I'm going for the double kill.
Congratulations, Tim, on making top cuts and winning the playing game. Congratulations to Eric on making it to the semifinals.
Other way, right?
Other way around there, sir.
Yes. Wow. Congratulations, Eric, on making top cuts. Congratulations, Tim, on making top cuts, winning the playing game, and making it to the semifinals. There we go.
Somebody needs more coffee.
Thank you.
What did I just watch?
All right, well, on behalf of myself, Eric, and Tim, and our confused friend Ryan, thank you very much for tuning in and joining us. We'll see you guys in the next game. Have a good afternoon.
See you guys.
Thanks for watching.